Are we truly at a crossroads, Dolphins fans? Is the frustration over Tua Tagovailoa's recent struggles boiling over into a full-blown fantasy? Or is there a desperate plea for change hidden within the wild demands of a beloved fan? This isn't just about a bad game. It's about a narrative that's spiraling, a contract that looms large, and a fan base teetering on the edge of despair. Even as one of our most vocal supporters throws a curveball so wild, it's got the entire league talking. For a moment, let's cast our minds back to the exhilarating highs. It wasn't that long ago that Tua Tagovailoa was not just a hope of Miami, but a legitimate NFL leader. In 2023, he stood atop the league, leading all quarterbacks in passing yards, a testament to his talent, the offensive scheme, and the explosive weapons around him. The future, it seemed, was blindingly bright, painted in aqua and orange. The front office, seeing the promise and potential, made a bold move, signing Tua to a massive contract extension before the 2024 season even kicked off, a 4-year deal worth a staggering $212.4 million, with $167 million guaranteed through 2028. At the time, it felt like an affirmation, a necessary step to secure our franchise quarterback. There was no other viable option, no other path that made sense for a team on the cusp of contention. But oh, how quickly the tides can turn in the unforgiving waters of the NFL. The 2024 season, which was supposed to be the triumphant validation of that investment, instead became a stark, chilling reminder of the fragility of hope. It was, by all accounts, a deeply disappointing year, a clear decline from the heights of 2023. And then, the specter was past returned with vengeance. In Week 2 of the 2023 season, against the Buffalo Bills, Tua suffered another concussion, an injury that forced him to miss 6 games. This wasn't an isolated incident. It was a recurring nightmare that has plagued his career, raising serious questions about his durability and, perhaps more critically, the long-term stability he can offer the team. Each hit, each missed game, chipped away at the collective confidence, not just from the fans, but seemingly from within the organization, and, dare we say, even within Tua himself. Starting the 2025 season, the weight of these past struggles, combined with the immense pressure of his new contract, seemed to be crushing him. The breaking point for many, the moment when patience truly began to fray, arrived in Week 1 of the 2025 season. The Dolphins faced the Indianapolis Colts, and what was supposed to be a fresh start, a renewed push, turned into a nightmare on the field. Tua Tagovailoa's performance was nothing short of terrible. He managed a mere 114 passing yards through 1 touchdown, but more damningly, tossed 2 critical interceptions. His quarterback rating for the game, a dismal 2.7. Let that sink in for a moment, 2.7. It was, unequivocally, the worst performance of his professional career. The air was thick with disappointment, the collective groan of the fan base echoing far beyond the stadium walls. The hope that had flickered, however dimly, for a revitalized Tua in 2025 was extinguished in a single devastating game. And that, my friends, is where the legendary Luther Roderick Campbell, better known as Uncle Luke, enters the chat. A fervent, outspoken, and deeply passionate Miami Dolphins fan, Uncle Luke has never been one to mince words. Following that disastrous Week 1 outing, his patience, like that of so many others, evaporated. He took to his X account, and with a single viral post, he ignited a firestorm of discussion and debate across the NFL landscape. His message was blunt, audacious, and utterly unforgettable. He demanded that the Dolphins front office trade Tua Tagovailoa and make a move for Shedeur Sanders of the Cleveland Browns. Now, let's take a collective breath and step back from the emotional whirlwind, because while the sentiment behind Uncle Luke's plea is understandable, born of frustration and a desperate desire for the Dolphins to succeed, the reality of the situation is far more complex, bordering on pure fantasy. This isn't just a tough pill to swallow. It's a whole pharmacy of logistical and financial challenges. Tua Tagovailoa is not just any player. He is under a massive, guaranteed contract. Moving him would involve an astronomical dead cap hit, a financial burden that could cripple the franchise for years to come. Such a move, born of panic and desperation, could very easily plunge the Dolphins back into the kind of perpetual dysfunction that plagued the team for decades, undoing all the progress that has been made in recent years. We've seen what happens when teams make rash decisions at the quarterback position, and it's rarely a path to sustained success. And then there's the other side of Uncle Luke's equation, Shedeur Sanders. While the name carries a certain cachet and the promise of a fresh start, the reality of Sanders' situation with the Cleveland Browns makes this demand even more fantastical. Reports from Cleveland indicate that Shedeur Sanders is, to put it mildly, completely out of favor with the organization. In fact, there are whispers that even practice squad quarterback Bailey Zappe is being considered more viable than Sanders within the Browns' current plans. So, to suggest that the Dolphins could, or even should, make a trade for a player who is struggling to find a foothold on his own team, let alone one who would require significant draft capital, is a testament to the sheer desperation that has gripped a segment of the fan base. It's a move that would solve nothing and likely create an even bigger mess. So, where does this leave us, Dolphins fans? We are caught between the undeniable struggles of our highly paid quarterback, the very real and valid frustrations of a passionate fan base, and the wild, albeit emotionally charged, demands for a radical, almost impossible, solution. This isn't just about wins and losses anymore. It's about the identity of our team, the stability of our franchise, and the future we envision. The pressure on Tua Tagovailoa is immense, perhaps more than any player in the league right now. The pressure on the coaching staff and the front office to navigate this treacherous terrain is equally staggering. Can Tua turn around? Can he silence the doubters, overcome his past injuries, and live up to that colossal contract? Or are we truly witnessing the beginning of the end of his time in Miami, forcing the franchise to confront an incredibly difficult decision? Even if the alternatives are far from clear, the answers are elusive, shrouded in the uncertainty of an NFL season that has just begun. But one thing is for sure, the Miami Dolphins are at a critical juncture, and the decisions made in the coming weeks and months will define the trajectory of this team for years to come. This isn't just football, it's a high-stakes drama unfolding before our very eyes. What do you think, Dolphins fans? Is Uncle Luke onto something with his bold, albeit seemingly impossible, demand, or is this simply the understandable, yet ultimately futile, cry of a fan base pushed to its limits? Do you still believe in Tua Tagovailoa, or has your patience finally run out? Let us know your thoughts, your frustrations, and your hopes in the comments below. And if you're feeling the same passion for our Dolphins as we are, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single moment of this unfolding story. We're in this together, through thick and thin, through fantasy and reality.